So I shared with you guys before that one of my biggest focuses with Come Home is around implementation. There's so much in the development and the training that exists out there through curriculums or different things like that. But one of the biggest gaps I see is in what implementation looks like, what support looks like, and how all those puzzle pieces can come together to really support implementation from a sustainability, from an embodiment perspective, and ultimately long-term success. So I'm getting ready to hop on a webinar that's all about implementation of SEL from a systemic lens. So excited to dive in, excited to continue learning, and I'll be sharing some findings. So I just got off a call with the next podcast guest, and again, just really excited and really enjoy the process of reaching out to these people, reaching out to these organizations, learning about what they're doing, and giving the Come Home community an opportunity to kind of get a little insight into some of the work that's going on. And so I'm gonna not share who it's with or the organization, but just know I'm really excited. This is gonna be a really impactful conversation that's gonna really be rooted in the future of education, and a ton of research. So excited to bring that conversation to life and share the incredible work that so many people are committed to doing in education to evolve it. So stay tuned for that. All right. Something I spend a lot of time doing that most people probably don't know is I read a lot of strategic plans. I read a lot of educational organizations and institutions' strategic plans about what they're committed to doing, right? Where they're putting their energy, where they're putting their efforts, where they're putting their funds, where they're putting their resources. Because that really helps me understand the direction of where they're going. And I'm able to learn through that, do they align with Come Home's mission and vision? So much of my partnerships and the partnerships I'm looking for Come Home is with organizations and institutions that are committed to the same work, right? Come Home comes in through a specific lens. We come in through adult learning, emotional intelligence, curriculum development, but all around those aspects. Emotional intelligence being the main piece of it. And not everyone is specifically doing that, but what bonds us together and what has us committed to the same efforts is this idea of a holistic approach to education, right? Really redesigning and redefining how educators are developed, how schools are designed, and ultimately how students are learning. And that's where the collaboration gets to happen. That's where the partnerships and the relationships come from. It's a relationship game at the end of the day. And so I spend so much of my time learning about people's work, learning about the work they're committed to doing, sharing about what Come Home does, what Come Home has done, what Come Home wants to do. And ultimately, if we're able to fill each other's gaps, then we get to go to work. And it's fun to really be in those conversations, to really feel empowered and inspired about what people are doing, and continue to share what we have going on. So strategic plans are a huge piece of it. Learning about people's learning goals and learning outcomes and all of that. It's not sexy, but it's impactful because the strategic plan is the roadmap to where rubber meets the road, right? And the way that I look at it is if we can nurture our relationship, if we can connect with people who are committed to the same work that we're doing, and if we can fill a small little gap in what they're looking to do that's aligned with where they're looking to go, ultimately with both sides really looking for the same type of impact and the same type of evolution within education, then that's what it's all about. So So much of my time is committed to that. And listen, we don't exist without our partners. So partnerships mean everything to us.